Hey guys, it's been a while. I'd almost pretty much decided to give up YouTube. I've just been struggling with it over the last couple of years, trying to keep it going, and I pretty much, gave up. And I was watching Ant's Pants the other night, and oh, by the way, if you don't watch Ant's Pants, you really need to. His channel is awesome. He's probably one of the best channels on YouTube. But anyway, I was watching him, and kind of inspired me to try it again. So I messaged him and told him, how I was feeling. He said he thought I should just go for it and just keep trying. So that's what I'm going to do. And so I kind of set it as my New Year's resolution to try to get back into it and try to make my channel grow a little bit. And so I decided last night, it was New Year's Eve, and I decided I was going to get up this morning. I was going to go down in my basement where I keep all my woodworking stuff and try to straighten things up. I haven't used any of it in a long time. I haven't used my CNC router or anything. And just so happens I walked in the basement and it was flooded. I had a overflow on my storage tank, and I guess it's easier if I just explain it to you, by showing you how it's set up and what happened. So when I come in this morning, all this floor right here was wet, everything. In some places it's probably about 1 inch deep because the floor is not perfect, but you can see there's still some wet spots. I put fans out and turned the heat on, and it's dried up really good, but there's still some wet spots. And the further you get back through here, the wetter it is. And you can see right here how wet it is back here. So this tank, I put it in about 5 years ago. It's 250 gallons. And the reason I put it in is because when the city water pressure drops, we don't have water up here at all, because my house is at 930 feet of elevation. So we don't get water sometimes for days at a time. But it's got a valve in it right here. It's called a Hudson valve. And it shuts the water off when the tank fills up. So what happened was something got in that valve, and the water kept flowing, and it overflowed the tank, and it ran off the tank into the floor and flooded everything. So I've got some little gadgets and gadgets I'm going to use to try to fix this. So needless to say, this New Year's has started out like crap. Everything's going wrong. I decided after I found out my floor was flooded that I would let it dry out, give it some time, and I would start working on my router table and clean it off and check everything out and make sure everything was still good with it. And I come to find out that I had some big problems. About 2 months ago, we had a underground power line blew about 50 feet away from the house, and I didn't realize it at the time, but apparently that 7,000 volt surge of electricity that come through the ground came through the basement walls, which are concrete, and fried my computer and my TV monitor and my controller from my router. It got them all three, and I didn't realize it until just today. And so now it's too late. If I'd known it then, the power company probably would have paid for it, but they're real good, about doing that if something happens to one of their transformers or something. But I didn't catch it in time, so it's too late now. But what I think happened, if you look right here, I have the monitor bracket screwed straight to the concrete. So all I can think of is that power surge came through the wall, through the concrete, through my brackets and into the TV. And then it's traveled through the through the HDMI cables and through the back of the computer. And I thought it might have just been the power supply, so I changed the power supply and that wasn't it. And then I just got to looking, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but see that black spot there? Everything in a half moon circle there is fried. So it destroyed the motherboard in the computer. I already have a new motherboard ordered for the computer and a new controller for the router. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get those in. So I decided I would just go ahead and go to Walmart and get me a new monitor, a new TV I mean, which I'm going to use for a monitor, and get it put up. So I wound up getting this monster. It's probably too big, but this is a 50-inch, and they had it marked down to the same price as a 32-inch. So I decided I'd just go ahead and get it. And what I'm going to do, instead of mounting it to the wall, I'm going to make me a shelf that comes out just above the router right there. And I'm going to set the TV on it. That way I'm directly in front of the router table while I'm working. And then I've got another computer monitor like this one that I may put on the wall, but I won't screw it directly to the concrete this time. I'm going to put a piece of 2x8 in behind it in case that problem ever happens again. It may never happen again, but you never know. So I guess while I'm waiting on my floor to dry back there, I'm going to work on this area right here and try to straighten up my router table, get it cleaned up, and I'm going to take that TV down there and put my shelf up for the big TV on the wall right there. So I told my wife about my New Year's resolution to try to be more motivated and to try to do more YouTube videos and get things done. And she said, well, I think you just need to have a New Year's resolution to quit being so messy. And, you know, that's typical her. So I'm going to record cleaning up my router table and show it to her and see if she'll leave me alone for a while. I don't even know where to start at. I'd get her to come help me, but her theory on everything is just throw it all away. So I guess I'll just have to do it myself. Well, you guys think that's got any chance of passing inspection? I doubt it too. But we'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to pull my router table out from the wall. And I've got to draw a line on the wall so I can get my shelf level to put the TV on. Shouldn't be too hard to do because the table's got big rollers on it. So it'll be easy to pull out. I probably have 10 or 15 levels, but do I know where they're at? I don't have a clue. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use my laser level. I can't find none of my long levels. I've got 4-footers, 6-footers, and 8-footers, and I can't find any of them. But what I'm going to do is put a line about 1 inch above the top of that drive motor for the router head, and that should give me clearance enough for my shelf. I think I'm going to go down just a little bit more. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not. I can't see it at all through the viewfinder. I'm wanting to get one of those new green lasers. They show up on camera really good. But for some reason the red doesn't. There's all kinds of rebar in these walls. If I don't hit none, it'll shock me. Whoop. That don't look right. It's not right. I must have got the wrong one. Well, I messed up. I didn't get the wrong brackets. I drilled out the wrong holes. I drilled out the holes on the long side instead of the short side. See? This is the side supposed to be on top. I was supposed to drill out these holes. Okay. So what that does, if I use the right holes, it moves my line up a 1/2 inch. So that's okay. I'll just do the other side the same way. There's no point in drilling extra holes. I've lost my pencil. Let me drill out these new holes here, and I'll put this on. Okay, I've got them drilled out the right place now, so let's see if this will come out okay. God, that's loud. I think that's going to work good. I don't know. It may be too big, but since I got that TV for the same price as a 32-inch, I couldn't pass up that deal. So, and it's a Roku TV, so I can actually watch TV on it and hook my computer up to it, and it'll do everything I need to do. Another thing, I can use it when I'm running my router software and not have to use my reading glasses. So that's a plus too. Okay, it's all hooked up. I got all the cables hooked up, the internet's hooked up. I'm signed into my YouTube channel, which I told it not to install any apps, but it did anyway. It put 69 different apps, crap that I'll never use. The only thing I ever watch is YouTube. So, and this is the channel I was talking about earlier, Ants Pants. This guy probably has one of the best YouTube channels out there right now. So if you get a chance, go check him out. I watch a lot of channels like Dirt Perfect and Let's Dig 18 and stuff like that. But this guy right here is funny. He's from Estonia, so go check him out. So I've got one more thing that I want to do before I push this thing back against the wall. I'm wanting to put a board back here at the back of the router, because when I'm using this thing, it throws off a lot of sawdust, and for some reason it throws it off to the back. And what I want to do is put a board back here, flush up against right here, so it doesn't go off the back and down in under my table. But I'm not real sure how I'm going to do it yet. I thought about just screwing it to this board here, but that might actually be the best thing to do. I first thought about drilling holes right in here and just screw it on, but if I ever need to move the router, then that's going to be a problem. So I'm just going to screw it to the back of this down about this far, and then that should be plenty good enough. Okay, so I've changed my mind again, as usual. I was going to put the board down here, but I think what I'm going to do, I'll put this board underneath here to raise it up to the bottom. That way I can get airflow underneath here, and I can use the little leaf blower to blow dust out from underneath it. But the problem is, if you can see right here, you got these screws, and I want to put it up flush against this so I can drill little holes in here and maybe a couple down this way to screw it on. So what I'm going to do, I've got this red grease, and I'm going to dab it on the head of these screws. To mark my board. And then I'm going to drill out where these screws are at so it'll set flush. Well, that's my plan anyway. I mean, the holes don't have to be perfect. I just want them to be able to mark them so I'm not drilling big monster holes or a whole bunch of them just to get it on there. may have to do this a couple of times because I think 2 of the screws are not, on each side's not going to hit. Yeah. So it missed these 2 right here. So I'll drill these holes, and then I'll have to do it again and get, so it'll get these. So I'm going to drill those and then I'll be back. It's upside down. Yeah, that got it. Let me drill these real quick. Okay, that works out perfect. Now I just got to drill my holes in here. I'm just probably going to put one here at the top and then a couple across the bottom. I mean, it's not like it's got to take a lot to hold it. I just want it up close enough where sawdust don't get in behind it. Either my bit's dull or that's some hard metal. Try a different size drill bit. I don't know if I need to drill holes here, but I'll go ahead and drill them just in case. Yeah, that's going to work out perfect. It's seated real good. I'm only going to need one screw in the middle, so yeah, that'll work out good. Okay, that's about all I can do for this except for push it back. That's going to work out perfect. If I hadn't raised it up that other ½ inch, I'd have been in trouble though. Look here. It don't have a ½ inch of clearance. Sometimes when you screw up, it actually comes out to the better. Well, there it is, all set up. Everything's hooked up. I got my router table done the way I want it. And I even got the computer monitor set up. Just got to wait on the main board to come in for my computer. Hopefully that fixes it. If it don't, I'll just have to buy another computer. I guess I could use my laptop, but I don't want to because the dust down here is awful when this thing is running. So I guess just got to clean this mess up, start working my way down, and we'll go through everything and try to straighten it up and get rid of some stuff. I've got another computer over here, but that's for my plasma table. I've got to get it straightened up and put back on the plasma table. But you can see what a mess I've got to deal with. But that's for another day. The only thing I got left to do is fix that automatic shut-off thing on the water for my water tank.